Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, people. Thinking right out here in the lab and we out in the morning board. I got nothing but time on my hand. I spend it wisely getting the information so I can get it to you. That's what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. The numbers looking good. Let's do what we do. Appreciate you too. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten. That's what I'm doing. Inspire, hopefully doing that too. Educating, always that. And motivate, trying to get you off your rusty dusty and do you, the individual, to what? A higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Betterment of yourself. Self-improvement. Right things way of life. And if adopted and practiced, that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. It's a possibility. It's a way of life that you can obtain knowledge and know thyself. That's my point. That's my goal or my mission. Your goal is to acquire it, use it, and get it for yourself. Knowledge of self. That's what I give you. Excuse me. I help you to know yourself. A person who knows not, ask the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, again, that's what I do for you too, and I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not, is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. I think know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. I'm still in the book. We're still doing philosophies. I went to Egypt to learn the philosophical concepts that they lived in harmony as a society for thousands of years. That's the right thing, philosophy. In doing so, I've studied everybody else's philosophical concepts to compare and to match, and that's what I'm doing now, breaking them down for you. Now let's deal with what we call the Rig Vedas. Those are Vedanta followers, the more advanced concepts, okay, like college level. We're going to give you the grammar school and the high school level, but the Rig Veda is more the advanced level. So let's talk about the Rig Veda right quick. They ain't got but a short paragraph, okay? Shakti Yantra of the India showing the Egyptian sun disk and the pyramid in the center. This is the symbol. Remember, everybody has signs and symbols. This is the Egyptian sign for God, circle the dot in the middle. The other is the yantra, Shakti Yantra, right there. You see you got the four side, the rectangle. You got the circle in there. You see the pyramid in there. You see the dot in the middle. All that encompassing. So they have a little bit of everything in there. Okay, symbolically. I got a lesson coming up on that. So let's talk about the Rig Veda right quick. The Rig Veda is, watch this, is a compilation of religious doctrines, like my spiritual gumbo. I got a few philosophical points of view thrown in together. This is the Rig Veda. Watch this, advanced level of knowledge. I like that. Now, which are known to what? To have partially originated with the invaders, which is the Aryans, who came into India around the years of 2000 BCE to 1500 BCE and what? Attempted to impose themselves on the Dravidian civilization, which was what? Already well established in India by the year, since the year 2500 BCE. So they came along 500 years later, and for the next 5 years trying to convince them to change their ways. And watch this. And has been noted earlier, documented, Egyptian influence and civilization had what? Spread throughout the region from which the Aryans originated. Thus, the religious and the philosophical teachings brought into India by the Aryans are found to be similar to what the original Egyptian and Indian philosophies already. Watch this. But the main differences, here we go, when seen to lie in what the writings of the Veda, which pertain to social customs which have been characterized by many modern scholars of the Veda, which is what they consider to be racist and sexist in character. Why? Due to their development of what the caste system, in which those who were dark-skinned and women in general were classified as being a lower status. Okay, they degraded the females. They didn't respect them. Okay, it will be noted, watch this, that like the Ethiopians and early Egyptians, the Dravidians were black-skinned, curly-haired people. No problem. Again, not Indians, not Asiatic, but Indians. And this situation, watch this, was similar to that which had occurred where in Egypt already, with the invasions of the influx of who? The Asiatics and the Indo-European invaders, aka the Greeks, again, Romans, all those other people came and invaded. But before then, the Egyptians lived in peace and harmony amongst themselves. We never went out. I said we, because I consider myself Egyptian. I keep saying we. They never invaded nobody. We didn't conquer nobody. We didn't do that nonsense. Alexander the numbnuts come out. That don't make you great. Conquering and taking on people ain't the way to be great. Building monuments and treating people right and having society live in harmony for 1,000 years. That's great. And that's what the Egyptians pulled off. We ain't even come close to that. But I took the philosophy that they used to make that happen. I'm teaching it today. And it's working. So I know what I'm doing with this. Here you go. Excuse me. And it's all about philosophical points of view that you can adopt and live with. That's all it is. But you can't force it on nobody. That's the part about the Christians they don't understand. Y'all went around forcing Christianity on people, talking about we colonized them, we civilized them. Sorry about that. Get off that horse. Sorry. Moving on. Now, let's compare the 20 Egyptian statements I just read in the last lesson above to the following passage from what the Indian Veda's concept, right quick, from their book. He is the all-pervading being manifested himself in all things. Sound familiar? Okay. He has, immutable heads. Myriad of names. Same thing. Eyes and feet. Millions and don't increase or decrease. It is he that has encompassed the whole universe. And it is he who transcends it. That being is the whole cosmos, all that was and all that will be. Sound familiar? He manifests what? Himself in the form of the universe. Again, out of himself. He is also the Lord and giver of what? Immortality. No beginning, no ending. He's going to be here forever. And if you get with him, that's the name of the game. Immortality. So watch this. So vast is his glory. Watch this. But he, the universal being, is greater than all of that. Again, he supersedes everything. If you think that's good, wait till you get to him. And my man Sadi said, how do we know that what's on the other side of this life that we call life, death, that is better than what we got here? Excellent question. Again, they sell you a bill of goods. They gaslight you with a bunch of what? Promises. Living in now. Understand that. And you won't have to worry about the promise. You know for yourself. That's the question that every individual got to answer for themselves. So moving on right quick. Now, the manifested world forms by a small portion, something like the dot, of human being. In main, what? He is unmanifest and immortal. That's their concept about God, the Rig Vedas. Sound a little bit like the Egyptians. That's my point. So watch this. Now the author's note. One would note that what? attributes of God in the previous Egyptian statements kind of corresponds to those of what? The Hindu and the Vedas, Buddhist and the Taoist philosophical systems of the Far East, and all denoting what? The idea of an absolute God, force or energy encompassing what? All existence. The description given for God, again, we got descriptions, titles, and attributes that we call God. For God is also what refers to the mental state, which what? God also represents consciousness. Come on now. Thus, by the preacher, come on somebody. Thus was this. The true essence, I keep driving this point home, and they're going to tell you, of our soul is described by the sages as what? A guide for understanding what the goal of spirituality is to acquire knowledge, to become aware and reach the stage of enlightenment for oneself, to know who you is, God in the flesh. You keep giving this one guy credit. I don't understand that, but you can elevate yourself to the same level. That's the question. That's the point right there. I'm trying to get you to understand. He ain't no special, no different than each one of us. Let's go on. Now, let's deal with the Vedanta philosophy. Continue. We're going to deal now with the major tenets of the Vedanta philosophical concepts about God. Okay? Here we go. Number one. They still deal with the absolute reality is that which is what? Unchanging. He haven't changed since he came into existence. He's still the same as he was then. He's not going to change. That's reality. Okay? Now, second, they got, I think it's 10 of them. Yeah, okay. So, the absolute reality, according to them, is named Brahman. The manifesting universe is an appearance, only an illusion, a modification of what? Brahman. Therefore,